Hey guys, how are you doing? Sean here from Lawn Right. Today we're going to be scarifying this largish lawn. It's going to take up most of the day. You may be wondering to yourself, can you scarify in February? Well, today that is what we are doing. We are only scarifying at the moment because of how mild it has been and the fact that the grass is now actively growing. It is growing at a slow rate, but it is growing. So that means there is recovery after scarifying. As long as there is recovery, I'm usually happy enough to scarify the lawns, as long as the ground is not wet and waterlogged, which is just going to churn it up and make a mess. So we're going to be going over this lawn now. Just going to give you a little oversight. And it is a fair size today. We've brought a few tonne bags with us, so we're going to be getting all the waste into the tonne bags and then just clearing up and tidying up. This lawn normally gets done once a year by the customer, but due to a hospital visit recently, they've not been able to do that. So let us crack on. Scarifier. It's this Stihl RL540. It's a mid-range product. This will serve the purpose of many domestic lawns. So what you've got, you have a height adjustment on that handle there. That's your height adjustment, 6 being the highest. Now to engage the blade, this handle here pops out of that slot and then down, and you can see the machine going down. So that engages the blades. So with this scarifier, the blades are turning round and they spit it all out behind the machine. This flap here is if you want a box on the back. I've never used a box. Complete waste of time when you've got a lot of thatch. So generally, I try and keep the flap open a little bit. If you have it too high, what's going to happen, it's all going to come out, and if there's any stones, they're going to crack you in the legs, the knees, the shins, and it isn't nice. So you can use a bungee cord, bit of strimmer cable like I've got, or a piece of string, and I just wrap it around the handles and there, and then hold it underneath the flap. So why should we scarify a lawn? Every time you feed your lawn, the lawn reproduces faster, it grows faster, it goes through its growing cycle faster. And what it does, small pieces of grass will drop off and a layer of thatch will build up like a thatched roof on top of a house. Now, a thatched roof on top of a house is designed to stop rain from getting inside the house. When you have a layer of thatch on the ground above the soil and in and amongst the blades of grass, it slows down the rate of water, rain and nutrients from getting down to the root zone where it is needed. So what happens is your lawn begins to suffer and weaken, and that will encourage moss, it'll encourage weeds, and basically it just becomes a little less green, a little less happy. So it's important to scarify once or twice most years, depending on your lawn. You need to keep an eye on it. This lawn's not been done for a year or two, so we're going to be going quite aggressive. So you start off on a high setting and we run it across the lawn and see how much thatch is taken out, and see if we've broken through to the soil layer. You are trying to expose the soil. Let me show you. We'll start off on a number 6, which is the highest. Let's start the machine. So engage this. See, when you first look at that, you think, wow, that is a lot of stuff that's come out there. It is quite frightening how much actually comes out, and it's true. we have thinned out the grass a little bit, which is what we're doing with the machine. We're thinning out the grass and cutting into the layer of thatch at the bottom, at the base of the grass. There is still some moss, so you try and adjust the height, the thickness, to try and get as much moss out as possible. But usually, like now, it's quite wet. The grooves there are actually cutting into the soil. So let's begin. Oh dear me. Right. It's been a few months since I've used this machine. I actually told you the wrong way round. On the height adjustment, 1 is the highest, and you drop it down and down and down to level 6, which is the deepest. What did I do? I went over on number 6, which is the deepest all the way round. Thankfully it's just on the edge pass, but there is quite a bit what's come out. So I'm going to raise it up a couple of notches now and then start filling in these middle bits. So here's a quick tip for you. If your machine is struggling and nothing is coming out, it's because the blades are digging in too deep. That could be because the ground is a bit soft. In that case, raise the height so it is not raking as deep into the ground. What you want is the blades to just be scratching the surface of the soil. Guys, if you like my sort of videos and you like the content that I produce and it helps you, can you do one thing to help me? And please give me one of them. If you're feeling really helpful and you're in a great mood today, there's a button down there or down there or down there or somewhere where you can subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it, because what it does, it turns me into a millionaire overnight, and then I'm rich beyond my wildest dreams, and then I can go on holidays all the time. No, I'm only kidding, but it helps the channel out. So it'd be really appreciated if you can show your support by smashing the like button and just clicking on the subscribe, and I'll keep producing stuff like this. Any questions or comments, drop them down below and I will answer. I answer as many as I can. In fact, better crack on. This is a thick lawn. I'm going to be here all day. I might even have to take this off. You just think, oh my god, what have I done? This is normal. Hey, have you subscribed to our channel yet? Come on, click that button, subscribe. You get to see me laying on the grass. So I suppose you fancy giving me a hand? So the homeowners requested that they give me help with this particular lawn, because it is quite a big job, and so the lady's going over with the Scarify and I'm going to be doing the clearing up. Right, it's taken around 2 hours now to get to this stage with this first piece because of how thick it was. but the end result is what we're after. Sometimes things take a bit longer, but it's got to be done right. If you've never seen a Scarify before, you might look at this and be horrified by how it looks. But I promise you, this always comes back and it always looks good within around 6 to 8 weeks. It makes a world of difference. A bit of watering as well if we don't get much rain, and it soon comes back. It doesn't take long at all. We've gone heavy with the Scarifier because she's going to be putting some fresh seeds down, which she likes to do every single year. Absolutely beautiful. A beautiful day.